with expression and articulating things rather than being particularly technical, because my brain doesn't work very well with that. When I started, the idea of somebody making records who wasn't a traditional musician or being particularly technical, being the best singer or guitarist or programmer or whatever. The world we live in now, the irony is of what I sort of was involved in and how I built my career is very much the norm of what goes on. Career with expression and articulating things rather than being particularly technical, because my brain doesn't work very well with that. When I started, the idea of somebody making records who wasn't a traditional musician or being particularly technical, being the best singer or guitarist or programmer or whatever. The world we live in now, the irony is of what I sort of was involved in and how I built my career is very much the norm of what goes on. Career with expression and articulating things rather than being
Quarter rotation every third step.
That's a beautiful one.
Yes.
What I do find on the street is when you accidentally trip, you try and make it look
Like not accidental.
What else do you want us to do?
Well, it's some graffiti. You can take any, it's black and white, but you can take any colors you want. You can do it clear. Whatever you feel like.
We'll do it.
You're not going to suddenly. It can be very personal. You have to shake it quite a bit, and you know that. What brought you to graffiti at the moment?
Well, I think it's funny because it sort of started as an American thing, but everywhere we go, and we just came from South Africa, there's graffiti all over the place. Japan, everywhere we go, Brazil. If you start looking for street art, it's all over the place, and you realise it's the sort of the voice of, not the voiceless, but it's people expressing themselves, often on quite ugly surfaces, and turning them into beautiful coloured, murals. Yeah. And so I think we just really loved the sort of freedom of expression. It's just we just responded to the idea that you can paint anything yourself. You don't have to be a grand master. Graffiti has its critics, but often it changes something that's really drab and oppressive into something else. That's the idea of the record too, is to be trying to find colour within, darkness and depression and all the terrible things in the world, is trying to find the light in there. Yeah. And that's what I think a lot of graffiti does, is